Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Endurance Championship today. This is Season 1 of 2020. This is Round 3 in Tier 2 and we're in the Group 4s at Mount Panorama. Our grid walk today on pole we have VQS Dawson. Starting on the softs, he's third in the Championship at the moment on 20 points. Missed Round 1 but convincingly won Round 2. So definitely one of the favourites to get promoted this year from Tier 2. In second place we have Mungino, starting on the super softs. He's a championship leader on 25 points, did win the first round but only picked up 8 points in round 2. Still holding a 5-point advantage in the championship at the moment. In third place we have Berkey Baby, starting on the racing softs. Solid top 5 finish last round, but a good qualifying performance putting him in third place today, so should do well from there, see how he does. In fourth place we have Drec, starting on the racing super softs. Joint third in the championship on 20 points at the moment. Good start to the season, but promotion from Tier 2 will be tightly contested with quite a few drivers in the mix. In fifth place we have Cafe Del Mar, starting on the racing softs. Missed round 1 but got a good haul of points last round, so let's see if he can continue that form into today. In sixth place we have JC, starting on the racing super softs. Unfortunate DNF last round, yet to get points on the board, but a good starting position today. Should see season kick off properly. In seventh place we have Fabro, starting on the racing softs. Another new guy to the drivers room this year, but showed great pace in the first race with a podium, and as mentioned before, another driver who will be up for promotion this year. In 8th place we have Jason, starting on the racing softs. Unfortunate DNF last round, but did bag 8 points in round 1, so solid driver, starting from 8th today. We'll see how he gets on. In 9th place we have Jamie D, starting on the super softs. 5th in the table at the moment on 15 points. 2 pretty good results out of 2 races so far this season, but he's got a lot to do starting from 9th today. We'll see how he gets on. In 10th place we have Merck, starting on the super softs. Long time drivers remember, but I think this is his first dabble into the Thursday night endurance races. Let's see how he gets on from 10th. In 11th place we have Rocker, starting on the racing softs. Joint 7th in the championship at the moment with Berkey on 12 points after 2 races. Yet to rediscover the form of last year, which nearly got him promoted. See how he gets on starting from the back today. In 12th place we have AGT Racer Grimlock, starting on the super softs. Super softs on the back, racing softs on the front. 9th in the championship at the moment on 9 points after 2 races. It's always going to be tough starting from the back at Bathurst. And in 13th place we have Craig P, starting on the softs, picked up 10th in round 1, but DNF last round leaves him on 1 point near the foot of the table. That is our grid walk for today. Let's get underway. So here we are then at Mount Panorama, about to get underway. Slight mix up on the grid. I think we've got a bit of a bug with who got pole and whatnot, but it's a tightly packed grid anyway, so we'll see how we get on. That's a clean getaway by everyone. That looks like Berkey's had a really good start in the Corvette. Mungino's had a good start, should hold on to first place in the T1 as they come onto the mountain straight for the first time, but I think Mungino will come under pressure from that Corvette. At the top of the hill going into Griffins, Dawson holds on to third place. Got everyone bunching up behind there. Fabro in 4th, Drec at 5th, Grim in 6th. Grim's had a really good start, he's up from I think 11th place up to 6th, as looks like Berkey's taking the inside of Griffins to take the lead of the race. Mungino's going to be under pressure from Dawson as well, coming into the cut-in, as that looks like Dawson's run wide, hit the wall a little bit, and is that connection issues with Berkey up front? Looks like Mungino's picked up some damage, dropped right back through the field. You see Drec coming through there as well. Fabro up into 2nd, so Berkey still in 1st place. Fabro's moved up into 2nd. Dawson's still in 3rd place. As I said, it's Drec into the wall further behind. There's loads of cars coming together as Jason gets caught up in it. absolute carnage in the midfield at the moment. We'll come back and go through that in a minute, but you've still got Berkey in first place, Fabro in second, Dawson in third. You've got JC up into fourth, Grim up into fifth now. You've got Rocker in sixth, Cafe Del Mar in seventh, Jason in eighth, Jamie in ninth. Yeah, let's take a little look back. It's got Mungino down in 11th place now. So let's see what happened in the as we came through the S's. Yeah, as we rejoin the action early on, as you see, I think Mungino just got caught out by Berkey's connection there, so he drops back through the field, but settles back into 6th place. Hasn't got any damage at the moment. See JC behind here. Oh, and that's where all the. So I think that was Grimlock in the middle of that, and there's just a pinball effect between the cars around him. And yeah, Mungino ended up the victim of that, and that's Craig taking a diversion as well on the Jag. But yeah, anyway, back to the lead of the race. After all that carnage in the midfield, so Berkey holding on, but yeah, does seem to have connection issues at the moment as they come onto the Conrod straight for the first time. Berkey in the lead. You've got Dawson up into second now, but he will be under pressure from Fabro in the slipstream, I would have thought. That Merc really strong in a straight line. But I think Dawson's just might have the slipstream of Berkey up ahead, so should be safe. So he goes a little bit defensive into the braking zone of into the chase. But yeah, so JC's up into 4th place, Grimlock into 5th place now after that first lap, as you've got someone running really wide there. It's Jason off the track. So he rejoins safely, but in doing so gets taken, overtaken by 3 cars, further back up into 8th place, Mungino into 9th now. Jamie D in 10th, Jason in 11th, Craig back up to 12th, you've got Merc down to 13th, so he probably got caught up in all that carnage at the start. Yeah, very eventful first lap. So rejoin the action up front. Berkey still maintaining the gap from Dawson at the moment, still under pressure from Fabro. JC got a little bit of a gap to Grimlock in 5th. He's got a battle for 6th and 7th now between Cafe Del Mar and Rocker. So I think yeah, Cafe Del Mar has moved himself up into 6th place as well. So Rocker down to 7th, Furdeck in 8th still. So Mungino in 9th, dropped off the back of Furdeck a little bit. Is under pressure from Jamie at the moment. Yeah, Jamie on the super softs. Lexus really strong around Bathurst. So Jason down to 11th. Merc up into 12th now, so he's got ahead of Craig somewhere. Craig down in 13th. And that is Dawson into the lead. Let's take a look back. I just rejoined the action, coming through the cutting again as you got Berkey in the lead. I think this is where he made contact with the wall, just coming through, coming up to Quarry Corner. Yeah, so he's done it again. He's hit the wall coming out that corner. So it's Dawson up into 1st place, Fabro into 2nd, Berkey down to 3rd now. See what JC can do from 4th. Still got Grimlock in the slipstreams. Grimlock doing well, retaining 5th place. It's Cafe Del Mar hasn't managed to pull away from Rocker yet in 7th. Furdeck still in a comfortable wave. Mungino still under pressure from Jamie in 10th, Jason 11th, Merc in 12th. Craig still hanging on to the back of Merc in 13th for the moment. Yeah, our new race leader Dawson, and Berkey's dropped down to 5th, 6th place now. So I think he's made a mistake somewhere again. He's down to 7th place, so yeah, he's just been overtaken by. Yeah, he's got serious connection issues. So hopefully that sorts itself out. We could see a disconnection. So Grimlock up into 4th place, JC up into 3rd place, last podium position. Cafe Del Mar in 5th, Rocker in 6th, Furdeck in 7th. Yeah, I think we've lost Berkey, so Furdeck up into 7th, Mungino in 8th, Jamie D in 9th, Jason in 10th, Merck in 11th, Craig in 12th. Yeah, unfortunately lost Berkey there with connection issues. It's a shame, did make a good start, getting up into the lead at the end of the first lap. But anyway, that's our race leader, Dawson, team Vanquish driver. Obviously very, very quick. There's probably well over half the field in tier 2 would find it quite comfortable in tier 1 now. The skill gap is closing rapidly, race by race. But yeah, we've got Dawson in first place. She's starting in tier 2, being the new driver into the driver's room this season. Same as Fabro, second place, doing well. Just hanging on to the back of Dawson at the moment. So JC in third, Grimlock in fourth, Cafe Del Mar in fifth. Comfortable gap between fourth and fifth at the moment. See if that starts closing the next few laps as tyre wear starts kicking in. So yeah, Rocker looking good in the Lexus at the moment. Third X still holding on to 7th. Mangino still in 8th. Jamie not going anywhere in 9th place. Jason in 10th, Merck in 11th, and Craig in 12th. So we just go back to 7th place. Third X is closing the gap to Rocker at the moment is 6th, and it sounded like Rocker running a little bit wide, and Ferdek's going to have the run coming out of the Forest Elbow onto the Conrod straight, but he's got 2 cars in his slipstream now. So he sticks to the inside at the moment, so he's going to force Rocker around the outside of this fast right-hander coming up at the end of the straight. So Rocker gets his place back, he's got the inside. Mangino late on the brakes, taking the inside as well, but slots back into 8th place. Yeah, Rocker losing the place just before the straight, and yeah, doing well getting in the slipstream of Ferdek, putting it round the outside of the right hander and getting the inside of the chase to get his 6th place back. Good driving there. Ferdek back down to 7th, and that's Mangino coming under pressure from Jamie D into the first corner, hell corner. So Mangino comfortably round the inside, keeps it tight, he retains his 8th place. So we're kicking off in the midfield at the moment. See Rocker just trying to get rid of a bit of a penalty. Lexus really strong down the straights. You see the NSX of Ferdek handles really well around the technical sections of this track, obviously, but you see it in the slipstream of the Lexus and not really making much ground at all. So it's Jamie D up into 8th place, so it looks like he's got ahead of Mangino down the mountain straights, and Mangino down to 9th, chasing 10th, Merck 11th, Craig 12th, and back with our leader Dawson, just coming up to the 8-minute mark now. There's probably a bit of a gap to Fabro. Fabro maybe made a mistake somewhere. There was only a couple of seconds behind, so just coming at the end, up to the end of lap 4. It's looking like Dawson's just pulling around a second a lap at the moment. A very comfortable 2nd place for Fabro, and yeah, as we all know, Dawson is a very quick driver. So respectful 2nd place at the moment. Fabro's JC in 3rd as well, as he's pulled a very comfortable gap back to Grimlock in 4th place. So Cafe Del Mar has pulled a gap from Rocker as Rocker comes under pressure at the end of the straight again. Ferdek having a little bit of a look, but can't really get anything done there. We'll see what Jamie D can do. If he can stay close to Ferdek on the coming out of turn 1 onto the mountain straight, he should be able to put Ferdek under a bit of pressure, but we'll see. So Mangino just excuse me, Mangino at the back of this pack just holding on, and again extremely good tyre wear in the McGann though, so you might be looking to make this first stint go as long as possible. But that looks like Jamie D's alongside Ferdek already, and it looks like Rocker's on the left hand side, so he's picking up the slipstream. Ferdek might just have the inside, but he's a car length ahead already. So good job from Jamie there, up into 7th place. Keep it neat and tidy into Griffin's Bend, and he does. He's going to have the inside of the cutting, so yeah, good overtake there from Jamie, up into 7th place. Ferdek down to 8th. Margino still in 9th. This might just play into Rocker's hands a little bit if he can just pull away from Jamie. If Jamie has to go on the defensive for the next few corners, this is where the NSX really is strong. They just come through Skyline down the S's. Extremely difficult part of the track. Margino going round the outside. That's a really good overtaking move there from Monk. Yeah, around the outside of the S's in that braking zone is yeah, that took some doing, but that's really set Jamie back now as he's going to come under pressure from Jason in the Bugatti. Bugatti used to be a really strong car around here, but yeah, it's one of the less used cars in Group 4 nowadays. See the Lexus powering down the straight. I think he should be safe from the Bugatti. He's just picking up the slipstream now, but he's coming into the braking zone with a chase. I think he's done enough to go, but he runs wide. That's going to put Jason up. There's a bit of contact with the re-entries. He puts Jason off the track. Bit unfortunate there. I think yeah, both try to give each other space, but Jamie settles back into 10th, and this moves settles back into 11th as Merck comes into play now. So he's caught up with these guys as they've both lost a lot of time there going off the track. So Jason's still under pressure. Merck might grab 9th place there. He's got the inside of Hell corner. Jag should be pretty good down the straights, but yeah, I think Jason's had a good exit, so very good chance Jason might get the job done into Griffin's here as he takes a little bit of a look on the inside. Merck goes a little bit defensive, so he's going to have a really tight entry now. He's going to have to be early on the brakes. He is, yeah, so he slots back into 10th place. Merck retains 9th place, and that is Grim has dropped down to 8th place. What's happened there? Let's take a look back. So yeah, it's rejoining the action around the 10-minute mark. Just before we go back and take a look at Grim, I just noticed another position change up in 2nd place as see Fabro coming up to the S's. Just before he's just a wheel on the grass, and he has a massive accident in 2nd place. He was holding a comfortable lead in 2nd over JC, and as you see now, JC just making a move past, just brushes the door on the way past, nearly goes wide himself. But yeah, so you got JC up into 2nd place now. So rare mistake from Fabro, who was looking good in 2nd, but yeah, it's really opened the race up now for 2nd and 3rd place. So JC taking 2nd, and Fabro down to 3rd. And as we rejoin the action a little bit further back, it's Grimlock in 4th place, coming under pressure from Cafe Del Mar. Onto the Conrad straight as Cafe's running onto the grass a little bit, loses a bit of speed. GTR's pretty strong in the straight line, so should be safe through this right-hander. They're going to go side by side, just about give each other enough space. So yeah, he's nice and early on the brakes there through the chase, coming up to Murray corner. Yeah, Grim is okay at the moment, but as you can see, this pack now you got 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, very close together. See the tyre wear on the GTR just starting to come into play. A little bit better on tyres on the with the Honda. See if Cafe Del Mar takes a look into Griffin's Bend. Gets his nose not quite alongside. He's squirting us. Hear the contact from Grim there. He slams into the wall and yeah, just drops right back. So yeah, any mistakes from these cars now, and you're going to lose 3 or 4 places. So yeah, Grim back down to 8th place. So, unfortunate crash there after a strong start. It looks like Fabro's grabbed his 2nd place back as well. Let's have a quick look back. So just coming up to the end of lap 5. So Fabro just tucking behind. Jay says he's going to have a look into the first corner, so yeah, he gets in front already, but JC's going to have the slipstream up the hill. He's going to see what he can do. A very similar tyre wear at the moment. The fuel a little bit better, so maybe JC just choosing to short shift a little bit up the hill and save a bit more fuel. See Fabro running a little bit wide, but keeps the speed up, holds on to 2nd place. So Fabro back up in the 2nd place. You've got Dawson in 1st place now, comfortably pulling away from these guys. Fabro obviously after having that mistake, you see on the lap deltas there losing 6 or 7 seconds. Obviously that's closed the gap, so JC's got him in his sights now. 2nd place is up for grabs. Cafe Del Mar has got himself ahead of this fighting pack behind, as you see Rocco going a little bit defensive into the S's, into the dipper. Ferdek into 6th place now. Mungino 7th. Grimlock's dropped a little bit back from these guys. That tyre we're really kicking in now. It's Merck in 9th, still doing enough to stay ahead of Jason, as Jason runs a little bit wide there, and yeah, promotes Jamie up into 10th place, so Jason down to 11th. It's a little bit of contact with the wall coming through the dipper, so coming through the Forest Elbow. Don't think he's going to be close enough to put Jamie under pressure. Jason 11th, Craig in 12th. Dawson just crossing the line, another 2 minute 12, very consistent lap times from our race leader at the moment. See Fabro in 2nd place, just still doing enough to stay ahead of JC at the moment, but see what happens down the main straight again. There's a Ferdek pitting from 6th place as well, so it's going to promote a few cars. Ferdek the only man pitting by the looks of it, so see if Jamie might even get ahead at this stage of the race. So just shy of the 15-minute mark. That's Jason pitting as well, but so you got Ferdek rejoining in 8th place. Should be comfortably ahead of Mark there, and should be on the back of Grimlock within a lap or 2. Comes back out on the super softs as well. So let's have a quick run through the grid. So Dawson in 1st place, as Fabro in 2nd, still under pressure from JC in 3rd. Just keep an eye on this for a second, as that's Fabro running a little bit wide. Having dirty tyres into this braking section is not ideal, as he picks up a little bit of a penalty. Jason closes that gap again. See what he can do coming out of Forest Elbow, if he can stay close enough and make a move. You see he has been saving a little bit more fuel than Fabro at this stage of the race. Fabro ditching his penalty and ghosting out, so it's JC up into 2nd place. Excuse me, it's Fabro down to 3rd. It's Cafe Del Mar not too far behind these guys now, so now he's in a bit of clear air. He's got away from these battles behind. Rocker still looking strong in 5th place. Mangino, really good tyre wear at the moment, so still looking good in 6th place. Mung doesn't need a pit yet, as Rocker runs a little bit wide there. And that is JC and Fabro pitting from 2nd and 3rd. It looked like Rocker diving into the pits as well, so that's going to promote Mung up into 2nd place potentially. We'll see how long Fabro's in the pits for. See Cafe Del Mar just pulling up into the pit box. Just going to promote these guys. Grimlock staying out as well. You see Ferdek's closed that gap right up to Grimlock now, so that's Cafe Del Mar rejoining in 5th place. Mangino in 4th, not quite enough to get ahead of Fabro, so that's potentially critical for Fabro there, getting out ahead of Mangino. He's on the worn super softs, as that's JC slow in there. So JC's had an accident, picked up some damage front left, and Fabro nips around the inside, gets his 2nd place back. He's a little bit untidy coming through quarry corner, and he's going to should be not really going to overtake through here. Doing just enough to stay in 2nd at the moment. JC putting him under pressure. Mangino holding on to the back of that group now. It's Cafe Del Mar out in clear air again, so he's looking good. Ferdek in 6th, so Ferdek's got ahead of Grimlock somewhere. So Rocker's going to want to get ahead soon as well. Make the most of the fresh tyres as he goes. As he swings it around the dipper. So yeah, I think he'll be looking to get the job done here. So he's going to have the inside of his right hand now to say that Lexus really strong. Neither of these cars picking up the slipstream of Cafe Del Mar in front. Ferdek in front. Should be a comfortable overtake from Rocker. Fresh tyres, be nice and late on the brakes into the chase. Keep it tidy. And yeah, gets the move done. So Rocker up into 7th. Grimlock into 8th now. See if he dives into that front right, completely gone now. He's got to be thinking of diving into the pits yet. There he goes. So long stint there from Grimlock in 8th place. You've got Merck just coming through in 9th now, so Merck on the press tyre is going to be tight. Might well get ahead of Grimlock. He's got Rocker just coming through Hell Corner, so yeah, quite a few pit stops done now as Dawson in 1st place, still out on his racing softs. Still setting 2 minutes 12 lap times. As you can see on the right there, very consistent. Incredible gap back to 2nd place now. As you see, Fabro and JC still fighting for 2nd and 3rd. Mangino's dropped back a little bit from them too. Cafe's picks up a 4-second penalty somewhere. He's closing the gap to Mangino in 4th. Ferdek in 6th now, and a bit clean there himself, so just get on with the job. See if he can close the gap to Cafe Del Mar in 5th place. You got Rocker in 7th. Yeah, Merck up into 8th now, so long pit stop there for Grimlock. Merck moves himself up to 8th. Grimlock in 9th. Jamie D in 10th. Jason in 11th, and Craig in 12th. Just moving up to lap 10 now, as you've got Dawson just coming into the pits finally on the 22-minute mark. So definitely on for a 2-stopper today, and you see the gap back to 2nd place Fabro. So yeah, incredible pace from Dawson. Yeah, looks like Fabro's pulled a little bit of a gap to JC now. It's going to take the pressure off a little bit. JC in 3rd. It's Cafe Del Mar under pressure for Ferdek now. So yeah, Ferdek looking strong this stage of the race. Both these guys in the NSX. And we'll see how it happens with the tyre wear. So Ferdek on the super softs, but tyre wear starting to kick in now. So he's going to want to get ahead soon, so you imagine he's going to be pitting sooner than Cafe Del Mar. Cafe Del Mar looking in a strong position at the moment, really good tyre wear on the racing softs. You can see JC's not that far down the road either, so podium places up for grabs for these two guys. Got Mungino 6, he's finally pitted as well, comes back out on the super softs. See what sort of times he's doing in a minute. It's Rocker, just comfortable 7th place for Rocker at the moment. Merck in 8th, Jamie in 9th, Grimlock down to 10th, Jason in 11th, and Craig in 12th. Still just oh, that's a big crash from JC as he just pulls to the side now as you see the race leader Dawson coming through. Yeah, JC having Craig having a bit of a torrid time around Bathurst this round. Certainly not the easiest track in the world. But as you see, our race leader Dawson in the world of his own at the moment, as Craig P having another moment. He flashes across the screen there. Just has a little bit of a spin in the sand. Yeah, Dawson in 1st place comfortably. Fabro in 2nd. Looks like JC might close that gap a little bit again. You've got Cafe Del Mar and 3rd, very close behind there. Very close behind 3rd place JC. Mungino a little bit further back. Rocker in 7th, Merck in 8th, Jamie D in 9th, Grim in 10th, Jason 11th, Craig in 12th. So just rejoining the action around the 28-minute mark. So again, Fabro looking comfortable at the moment in 2nd place. Just come through Skyline, and he just puts a wheel on the dirt again, and that is a massive accident again from Fabro as he picks up engine damage, and there's JC flashing through, and Cafe Del Mar, I think that's Craig getting a little bit in the way there, but Cafe Del Mar coming through to take 3rd as well, and Fabro dropping right back, 3rd moving up into 4th. They're all coming together there. It's, worst time in the world to be getting blue flags. So yeah, Fabro dropping right back to 6th place there after a massive crash, and just a wheel on the grass sending the back end round. But you got JC up into 2nd place now, and 3rd up into 3rd, Cafe Del Mar down to 4th because yeah, a little bit of a tangle with Craig on the way through, but yeah, Mungino right on the bumper of Cafe Del Mar at the moment. I don't think he's going to be able to do much. See how late on the brakes he is, but Cafe Del Mar's good on the brakes as well. Gets a good turn into the corner, good exit out, so stays in 4th place. Mungino 5th. See JC pitting from 2nd place as well. We'll see who else pits. That's 3rd pitting, so Cafe Del Mar carries on, Mungino carries on, Fabro carries on now. He's ditched that damage. See, only light damage in tier 2, so around about 15-20 seconds I think it takes for the damage to disappear. Yeah, absolutely kicking off now. So 2nd place down to probably 5th or 6th at the moment, completely open and could go anywhere. So yeah, JC in a comfortable 2nd place at the moment, because these guys are going to start battling. He might well be able to pull himself a little bit of a gap. Mungino looking good in 4th. Probably do with just a little bit of slipstream at the moment from a quick car in front. Come through the S's, and that's the Wolves Cafe running a little bit wide there, and he goes into the wall. Mungino nearly hits the wall trying to avoid crashing into Cafe Del Mar there, but he gets away with that. As yeah, Fabro, ooh, very, very close there as Mungino moves up the inside of Forrest's elbow. Fabro back down to 5th. But yeah, Cafe Del Mar just about getting away with that there and keeping his car in front. I think Mungino just tried to avoid him. Ended up slowing heavily because of it. He's got third in 6 now, not far behind these guys. Obviously one of the guys that pitted coming out on the fresh tyres. So might well get the undercut done on these guys. We'll see how that plays out. So you've got Rocker in 7th. Looks like Merck's really closing that gap to Rocker as well. So similar tyre wear. These guys might probably both be diving into the pits this lap. So you've got Grimlock in 9th, Jammy in 10th. Bit of damage there on Jammy's car. Yeah, you see Cafe Del Mar diving into the pits, so Mungino moving up into 3rd place. So JC obviously having pitted as well, so he's looking very, very good at the moment. JC on a fresh super soft and the clean air can really just get on with the job now. A little bit of tyre wear kicking in from Mungino, so Further getting the undercut done on Fabro and Cafe Del Mar by the looks of it. Further up into 4th place, Fabro down to 5th. So Cafe Del Mar 6th place, just recovering there. Just ditching some of that penalty down the straight. And he hasn't got Rocker that far behind now. You see Craig P just about to get lapped by these guys. So Merck just sitting in the slipstream with that Lexus in front. Yeah, these Group 4 cars really start coming alive when you start to ditch the fuel load. Yeah, light car and fresh tyres make a hell of a difference around this track. So 33-minute mark. And that is JC down to 5th place. Let's take a look back, see what happened there. And he's rejoining the action, just coming through the cutting, and you see JC just gets a little bit wide and the back end goes completely round. Luckily he don't pick up any damage and does really well to spin it back round and get it facing the right direction as quickly as possible, but he shuts the door on Furdeck there as well. But there you go, lets the place go. Fair play from JC there. So big accident from JC. And yeah, slows down, lets Furdeck through. Furdeck and Fabro. So Fabro up into 4th place now. So JC was looking really comfortable in 2nd place there, but a big accident coming through the cutting. Full 360. And ends up dropping 3 places back down to 5th place. You got Mungino up into 2nd place now. A little bit of tyre wear, but got a bit of a gap. Little bit of a gap back to Furdeck, but Furdeck is looking strong this stage of the race. We'll see what Fabro can do now from 4th. He can get on the back of Furdeck. JC down to 5th now. So Cafe Del Mar, a little bit of clean air front and back with Cafe. A little bit of a world of his own at the moment to do with getting on the back of JC and picking up a toe. He's got Rocker, the next car back, 7th place. Merck dropped a little bit back now, so Merck did look like he was going to put Rocker under pressure at one stage, so he might have put a little bit more fuel in at that first pit stop. So Rocker's extended that gap a little bit to Merck in 8th. Got Jammy in 9th, Grimlock in 10th, going for a long stint again. Jason in 11th, Craig in 12th, Dawson absolutely clear in front, no issues whatsoever. Just settling down into 2-minute 12s again, just to see this stint out to around the 40-minute mark, I'd imagine. But yeah, very, very comfortable race today. As you can see, he's just coming onto the Conrad straight up to the chase, and the next man back, Mangino, just coming through. What is it? Quarry corner. Yeah, quite a sizable gap back to second place. So Ferdek still not closing the gap on Mangino as quickly as I thought he would. He's got JC in fourth, Fabro down to 6. I think Fabro might have had an issue somewhere, or has he pitted? Because yeah, he may well have pitted. Yeah, I think. Yeah, he has fresh tyres, taking on a lot of fuel there as well. As you see, Rocker not that far behind, but he's on the super softs as well. See what Rocker can do. If he can match the pace of Fabro in front. You see him just flashing into the shot there. But yeah, Fabro in 6 really needs to get the good lap times in now. Get the undercut done on these guys. It's going to be a while before these guys pit though. I'm not looking that critical on tyres at the moment. You know, Cafe Del Mar 6, Fabro 6, Cafe Del Mar in 5th, Fabro in 6th, Rocker in 7th. I don't think Rocker's close enough to that slipstream of Fabro, so maybe Fabro might just be able to pull away a little bit. There's Merck just closing the gap to Rocker again now, so both of these guys out on the super softs. Rocker with a slightly lighter car, but yeah, Merck right in the slipstream of Rocker now. Let's see what he can do down the mountain straight. Just come up to the end of lap 16, and Rocker runs a little bit wide there, keeps the power down. He's just staying in touch with Fabro in front, but yeah, Merck has definitely gained around a second on him on that last lap. Right in the slipstream now, really late on the brakes as well. So we'll keep an eye on that battle for 7th and 8th. Jamie a little bit further back down the road. A bit more tyre wear. I think he's going to need an instant from the guys in front to close that gap anymore. He's got Grimman in 10th place. Comfortable 10th place, back to Jason in 11th and Craig in 12th. Yeah, just rejoining the action at the end of lap 18. Mangino in 2nd place, so just coming up to his last pit stop of the race, I would say. Got Ferdek close behind, so he's going to go out for another lap. See it pans out between those two. See, Ferdek should take 2nd place here. Mangino got to take a fair bit of fuel on at the moment, so he's just pitted with 18%. So Ferdek's come around Hell corner to take 2nd place. We'll see if JC makes a place up as well. Yeah, JC up into 3rd place. Obviously both those guys have to pit again. Cafe Del Mar also up into 4th place. He's probably good for fuel, but he's going to struggle with tyre wear towards the end of the race. But there'll be a quick pit stop at the end as Mangino rejoins the race in 5th place. Now you've got Rocker in 6th, Merck still close behind in 7th, Jamie in 8th, Grim in 9th, Jason in 10th and Craig in 11th. I think we've lost the driver somewhere. I think we've lost Fabro. So unfortunately we've lost Fabro, so that's quite a few guys in the lower order have just made a place up. I don't know if that was a disconnect or what, but it's unfortunate. One of the faster drivers today, he was keeping up with Dawson early at the start of the race. But, yeah, no one's been able to live with Dawson's pace today. He's got Ferdek and 2nd just coming through the dipper now. So 2nd and 3rd place will be pitting soon. Got to be the end of this lap now, as you see the fuel flashing red. Come through Forest Elbow. Oh, a little bit of contact with the wall on the exit. And a good exit from JC in first. Cafe Del Mar's really closed the gap to these two as well. So see, Cafe might as well pit. I think Mungino's going to jump all of these guys, and Cafe Del Mar should jump Ferdek and JC just because of the refueling time. But we'll see. Is Ferdek coming through the chase as he just darts off to the left? So Ferdek's pitting, JC's pitting, and Cafe Del Mar's pitting. So we'll keep an eye on Mungino as he comes through. 22% more fuel for Cafe Del Mar. That really will make a difference. Mungino coming through into second place. A really good drive from Mungino. Got caught up in that first lap incident. He's got his head down, drove very, very sensibly. Tyre wear's been amazing, and he is now in a comfortable second place. And Cafe Del Mar takes third place from jumps Ferdek and JC in the pits. So good fuel saving from Cafe Del Mar. So see Merc and Jammy, a few guys pitting from behind. We'll just keep an eye on this for a minute, but it's good strategy there from Cafe Del Mar. These hour-long races obviously offer lots of alternative ways to play out your race. You see when Mungino fell right to the towards the back of the grid early doors, but solid, consistent lap times. So got him into a comfortable second place now. As you see on the graphic on the top right hand side, the red arrow Mungino there just coming through Skyline. As we drop back to Cafe Del Mar, who is just coming up to Skyline now. So very comfortable gap back to third place. Just needs to keep it consistent to the end, and I think he should retain that second place. We'll see what Ferdek can do now as he's getting really close to the back of Cafe Del Mar. Good exit from Forest Elbow, and see what he can do down Conrod Straight. That did look like a good exit as well, but don't know if he'll be close enough. Similar fuel levels. I think both these guys will be good to be going flat out until the end now. Not close enough to make a move into the chase, but Ferdek looking very racy at the moment. I think second place is a little bit out of sight now, so this is the last podium position up for grabs, and JC's just dropped a little bit further back than these guys. I think he took on a bit more fuel. We'll see how the fuel levels go then, because JC is definitely taking on more fuel. Any hint of fuel saving from these two guys on front, and that gap will close up pretty rapidly. So we'll see how that plays out. JC in fifth at the moment. Rocker in a very comfortable sixth place. Good race from Rocker. Just about avoided most of the cons at the start, and he's in clear area of sixth place now. He's done enough to see off the threat of Merc in seventh in the Jag. Pretty good result from Merc though, all things considered. Jamie D down in 8th, was looking racy in the Lexus. I see a 2 minutes 12 last time around from Jamie. So 8th place, Grimlock in 9th. So I think a couple of long stints have cost him. A couple of big accidents we dropped through the field as well. So Grim in 9th, got Jason in 10th. So you've got Craig in 11th. So we'll just keep an eye on this battle for third and fourth now, as Ferdek's still putting Cafe Del Mar under all sorts of pressure. So come through the Forest Elbow again, and Ferdek looks a little bit closer this time. Let's go for a first on ball shot of the race. So both these guys in the NSX. 10 minutes of this race now, just over a quarter of a tank. This Cafe stays to the left. Verdec has a look, he's alongside, can't see nothing out of that door, out of that window. Yeah, you see Cafe Del Mar in the mirrors there. Just keep it nice and tidy through here and a good exit. So yeah, Verdec does well, gets himself up into third place. 10 minutes has race to go. We'll see if he can pull away now or if Cafe Del Mar can put him under pressure. And it's a good exit out of Murray Corner, just coming up to start lap 23. But yeah, apart from some unfortunate bunching up and a bit of crashing on the first lap, it's been a very pretty consistent race. And Cafe Del Mar's got a 5-second penalty at ditch, right? That is going to cost him massively. So he really needs to stay in that slipstream. He can't really afford to get rid of it now, but I think he is. So that could well resign Cafe Del Mar to 4th place. We'll see. But it's relieved the pressure from Verdec. He's just run his own race for the last 10 minutes now. And Cafe Del Mar will be under pressure from JC any second, as he's still got 2.5 seconds to ditch. It must have been for a corner cut or something, I don't know, didn't really notice what happened there, but yeah, that is a shame, because that would have been a race to the end with Verdec, I think. So Cafe in 4th, JC in 5th, ready to take that 4th place from him. We've got Rocker in 6th, not that far behind. Don't think he's going to be close enough to get 5th place, but any mistakes in the guys in front, and Rocker will be there to capitalise on that. Merck in 7th, Jamie in 8th, Grim in 9th, Grim just coming, Dawson just coming up to the back of Grim, Jason 10th and Craig in 11th. Dawson just coming through, so just over 10 minutes now. Under 10 minutes to go. See Grimlock's diving out of the way there. Dawson coming through. Very, very difficult car to very, very difficult track to navigate back markers for the person overtaking the back marker and the back marker themselves. But thankfully, in the slightly slower paced Group 4s around Bathurst, it's that a little bit easier. Just rejoining the action on lap 26. Just over 3 minutes of this hour-long endurance race, and you see Cafe Del Mar setting PBs now. It's got still got a 2.5 second penalty to ditch as he goes extremely sideways into Griffin Bend. But he's closing that gap to Verdec in front. So it's a shame he did pick up that penalty, and so these two guys are on for a race until the end. But yeah, slightly better tyre wear for Cafe, as you see. Oh, Verdec's hit the wall there, he's going to lose momentum. And he lost it, he's lost all momentum right at the start. So yeah, Cafe's closed that gap right up as they come through into the S's and down into the dipper. We'll see what happens here, but there's Verdec getting sideways as well, clips the wall and hits the wall again. He's going to be under pressure from Cafe Del Mar now. Cafe just needs to keep it tidy, just pick his timing, I think. And they're just coming up to the back marker of Craig P as well. So we'll see how this pans out. Come around down the Conrod straight, Verdec in 3rd place. As he goes to fence, gets the inside of this right-hander. Cafe just sweeps right around the outside. That's a really good overtake. Oh, sorry. So yeah, Cafe Del Mar up into 3rd place. Really good overtake around the outside there. And yeah, less than a minute left now. They'll get another lap. But yeah, still the fight for third carries on. So yeah, less than a minute left now of this race. We'll come back to this in a second. You've got JC in 5th place, Rocker in 6th, Merck in 7th, Jamie D in 8th. Looks like Jamie's on his last lap. Grim on 9th, Jason on 10th, Craig in 11th. We'll have a quick run through on the last lap and we'll go to 2nd, 3rd. But yeah, we've got Dawson in 1st place, very, very comfortable 1st place as well. Start to finish pretty much. As soon as he got away from the pack and got in clean there, as you can see the lap delta was there, just no one could live with that pace. Mungino, big incident on lap 1, fell right to around 9th or 10th, can't remember now, but yeah, fell right down the back. He's gradually fought his way through the pack, and really good strategy, really good tyre wears, moved him up into 2nd place. You've got Cafe Del Mar in 3rd place. Again, slightly alternating strategies with the other guys as he hits the wall there. So he's still got 2.5 second penalty to ditch as well. I think Ferdek's going to take 3rd place. As you've got Dawson crossing the line in 1st. Congratulations, Dawson. Another win in Drec. Miss you crossing the line. We'll just keep an eye on this battle till the end so we don't miss any action. But yeah, Mungino in 2nd as well. He'll be crossing the line any second for a comfortable 2nd place, but this battle for 3rd and 4th looks like it's going to carry on till the end. Thankfully Craig goes out at the right moment there. Both these guys are flat out through the forest elbow as Cafe Del Mar just runs Ferdek out of track a little bit there. So Ferdek just having another charge now as he goes back into the slipstream. Cafe Del Mar doesn't go defensive. Ferdek takes a look up the inside, just about squeezes through, takes 3rd place right on the 2nd to last corner. So Ferdek up into 3rd place. See Mungino just crossing the line in 2nd here, so we'll catch someone crossing the line. Mungino's 2nd, Ferdek in 3rd, and Cafe Del Mar in 4th, and he's going to ditch that penalty before JC comes around the corner. I think he has done. So Cafe in 4th. JC in 5th, Rocker crossing the line in 6th, good race from Rocker there. Merck in 7th, and Jamie D in 8th. Yeah, what a race. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.